I'm going to open the chat on my phone so I can follow this time actually. Unlike last time, super, I can see you guys, I can hear you, you can hear me, everything is good, life is good. I actually got my own instance of Heroku app, of the juice shop on Heroku app right now, so I don't have to bump from you guys anymore. There were a few things I want to try today. First things first, I'm going to Twitter and I'm going to give a shout out that I'm live. I'm going to there we go. Alright, so I already have my Postman and my Burp Suite set up here. There are a few things I want to try today. Yesterday somebody told me about deserialization on the juice shop. I want to learn about that today. And I can also see that a few items are sold out here that I want to order today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this first. I'm going to see if I can get the item's identifier specifically, so it'll probably be in the parameters somewhere. In the header maybe, yeah, there it is, it's product number 34. So what I'm going to do is take a different item. First things first, of course, I'm gonna have to make an account again because my account is gone. No, I'm not going to use my email. No, not going to use this as well because somebody's going to get emails that he doesn't want. That's not a good idea. Oh, what am I doing? I have to make an account, so I'm not yet a customer. Enter my email, enter my password, test 1234. Any random question here. There we go, now I can log in. Test 4. And we are into our account. So when I want to add this product to my basket, nothing happens, they're out of stock, it says. I'm quickly going to see what requests were made. So there was a post to the basket. Parameters of product ID and a quantity of 1 in a basket. Okay, so this is not going to work if I just edit this. Is there anything I can do? I can try to put a negative quantity in here. See what that'll do. Nothing. Expected end of JSON input. So that seems useful. Alright, let's check out deserialization in the juice shop. So let's see what they have to say. Serialization is the process of turning some object into a data format that can be restored later. Okay, so it's pretty much like you take data, you compress it into an object, and you can decompress it in a later stage. Seems obvious. For now, people often serialize objects in order to save them to storage or to send as part of communication. And you can deserialize that data, taking structured data, taking data structured from some format and rebuilding it into an object. Today, the most popular format is JSON. Sounds fair. However, many programming languages offer a native capability for serializing. These native formats usually offer more features than JSON or XML, including customizability of the serialization process. Unfortunately, the features of these native deserialization mechanisms can be repurposed for malicious effects when operating on untrusted data. Attacks against deserialization have been found to allow denial of service, access control, and remote code execution attacks. So a lot of information there. What I gained from this, I don't know if you guys have any feedback about it. What I gained from this is that you put structured data into a serialized format and you can deserialize it later. And there are every different programming language has its unique way of serializing and deserializing data, and some can be customized, some ways of deserializing data. That's what I gather from that kind of information. I don't know if anybody has anything else to add to that. So they have some challenges that they will cover in this chapter. These are the challenges of the juice shop. Yeah. So what they're saying here, when we run our instance of the juice shop, it pretty much runs containerized, meaning it runs in some sort of sandbox, and you cannot possibly you cannot run code outside of that sandbox. That's why they were able to make such an insecure application. You can do a lot of stuff in here, but you cannot really break the main operating system or anything like that, except for deserialization with remote code execution. And that is the reason why that kind of challenge is not available in the Heroku container or the Docker container that we are running. We can try the deserialization. No, sorry, both. Exactly. Sorry, you're right, Cybertuna. We can not try any of them. But it's pretty good to learn about what it is, these insecure deserialization. Let's see what it is real quick. Perform code execution that keep a less hardened application busy forever. So basically they're doing a denial of service here. Let's see what they have. Code injection is the general term, blah blah blah. So it's pretty much just remote code execution that they're referring to. They're going to inject some code into a serialized object. The server is going to try to deserialize it, and it's just going to execute the code because it is deserializing in an unsafe way. That sounds pretty logical to me. Of course, if you want to put it in practice, I have no idea how you would do it. Pretty interesting idea though. I've seen it as well in some of my burp projects, so I'm going to I made the burp project again, and since this is my Heroku instance, I can start a new scan on this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crawl and audit anything I find, and it's going to of course I'm going to my target here, my sitemap, then here is my specific tool, and I want to scan my target. Let's get analyze target. No, not analyze. Sorry guys, scan. Here it is. So we want to crawl and audit this URL. What it's going to do is start a new live task, and it's going to see if it can find any actual attacks in my website, anything that it can do actively. It's going to do in this. Burp has two ways of running. It can run either passively or actively. So I'm going to put this in full screen mode for a second. What you see here is the passive checks, and here below you can see it crawling. This is the active check. It's going to actually make requests here, and it's going to make some malicious requests. If you are up against some kind of web application firewall or some kind of filter, make sure you don't activate this, because it's going to make it seem really obvious that you're an attacker, and your IP is probably going to get banned. That happened to me a few times before, so be careful when you do that. Now I also saw that, for example, there's only one item of the juice shop artwork left. Let's see. Apparently I gained access to a confidential document. I have no clue how I did that. What I'm going to do is check out here, make a new address, test country, Belgium, test, mobile phone number, zip code, address, city, and state. Submit this. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I see a possibility for a cross-site scripting attack, so I'm just going to see if I can find a vector in here. These have to be numbers for now. This is just the front end protection, remember guys. We still have a way to get around this. Oh, I have to actually get a number in there, my city, my state, submit this. No real cross-site scripting attack vector here, so that's good. For our target, that is. And then we can pick a delivery. So I'm going to go back here again, and I'm going to pick my address, because right now it's stored in here and it still might give me some errors somewhere else, so who knows. Let's see. 1 day delivery, fine. I don't really care. Continue. Let's just put some random data in here. 60 digit. It has to be valid. Let's see if there are other payment options. And I don't want all of this. I should have money in my wallet, but it's not letting me pay using my wallet. Let's see if I can just enable this element. Here, disabled true. Let's just get rid of this. See if we cannot pay with our wallet. No, it's not just the fact of the disable being true. Oh, it is. So I just had to enable it to pay with my wallet. No idea what was happening there. Let's place my order. And my order will be delivered. That's good. Now, as you can see, there have been 2 errors found in here. What I'm going to do real quick is see what those are. Form doesn't contain any CSRF tokens. That's not really a big deal. Unencrypted communication is also not really, well, of course it's a big deal, but not really for what we want to do. So let's go and check out the requests that we made. We are getting an address and we are making a post to checkout. There's some coupon data in here. I see that's base 64 encoded. So what I'm going to do is check what this says. Base 64 decode. Let's see what happens here. NULL. Of course, there hasn't been a coupon though, so that really is NULL. Alright, order details, delivery method 1, payment wallet. Okay, sounds good enough. It gets the basket modified. What's this? REST admin application config. So this is probably the administrative endpoint they were talking about. I'll have to check that out later. Deliveries. So we're making a deliveries request. I'm trying to see when exactly the purchase is being made. So the request that we have to send out, telling it to make a purchase. If you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's just add a few more items to the cart. See what we can do. Crap. I wanted to try something else. I wanted to, so when I go to my basket now, as you can see, I'm going to check out. And when I check out, I'm doing it with 1 item. Get quantities, get basket. So I'm going to post to the basket that I inserted an item in here. I inserted product ID 33. Then I'm going to get the basket. I'm going to get the addresses, so I still haven't made another post request. These are all just polling requests, so I'm going to get the details of address number 8. I'm going to get the delivery for number 1. This is not really good. I understand why I couldn't pay with my wallet now. It's because I didn't have any money in my wallet, but apparently that doesn't really matter when I enable the button. So I'm just going to pay with my wallet now. And now the money has gone from my wallet and I'll have gone negative, but that's not really the intention. That's not supposed to happen. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is inspect the element, go back to my network tab and see exactly what request we are making. So I'm making a post to the checkout. This request here, delivery method. So it's just telling me I'm checking out number 6. So this is what I'm doing. I'm checking out for card number 6. That explains a lot. Okay, so let's try and see the post request to the basket. This one here, sent to repeater. Let's see if we can add 4 items to the basket. We are out of stock. Okay, so that's not possible. We were able to pay with the wallet that has no money in it though, so that's not good. When I go to my account, I can possibly see my wallet. Yeah, here it is. Add money. So the wallet balance is negative 2,900. That's not good. I'm going to add about 20k to this. Or not. That's okay. We'll check it out later. So, a few things I want to check out. This is enter tenant. Maybe I can get data from other users. That's something I wanted to check out. So we're making a post. No, that's not really useful. Something else I wanted to check out is the rest/admin page / the had something here. This one, copy URL. See what this has. Okay, that's a lot of data. Let's see what we have here. So just some items. I'm trying to see what we have here. Seems like we have some challenges in here. I don't know what this is. Exercise bonus payload. I think we have to use this cross-site scripting somewhere, maybe. If the override is false, hacking instructor is enabled. So these are all the challenges that they have, I think. Oh, this is... I think this is something like the product page. A lot of information in here apparently. Alright, let's go see if we cannot find anything else. Well, let's see here what we can find. Let's try and check out the second page. Maybe I should check out the scoreboard as well. There's the URL, there's a direct link here. Oop, logged out again. Let's log back in. Remember me. Let's see what we can do on recycling. Request recycling box quantity. I have no idea what this is. Let's see. Alright. Let's see the actual request over here, sent to repeater. Let's see what we can do is pick up true, date, quantity, address ID. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, that's also a bug. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to open a notepad here. And I'm going to note down all the bugs that we found. So let's go here. There are a few things we've been able to do. Pay with a wallet that has 0 money in it. We were able to create a recycle, so request a recycle bin for an address that is not ours. That's also not a good thing. Let's see if we can do some weird stuff in here. Expected token. Okay, that's because it's JSON, of course. See if we can find something for the date, maybe a SQL injection in here. No, the date is just accepted like that. Maybe we can do something for another user ID. Same again, because recycle bin for a user that isn't ours. That is also not good. Anything else we can do? Let's see. Payments. Let's see my order history here. So we have a few things we can do in here. Let's check this out. So that's the order ID. I want to check out what really happened behind the screens, because sometimes you can have a few replies that give you some answers that you want to see. So not in here though, nothing useful. What I wanted to do now is track my order, see if I can track someone else's orders. Nope, that's also not a sequential identifier. See what else we can do in here. Write a review for it, maybe. It's a review for a product. So I can send to repeater. Let's try to change the email address here. That's also not a good thing. We forged a review. So what we did in forging the review is we wrote a review for the product. We're writing a review, submit review. As you can see, a review has been placed. And we intercepted that request. Put request over here. We send it to the repeater. And we changed a few values in here. Also, this product is not good, bro. We send it, and we were able to forge our review. So if we go back to the reviews now, we reload them. You can see that there are 4. This product is not good, bro. Now I want to give it a +1, and I just want to intercept the request for this one. So as you can see, I gave my product a +1. As you can see, the button is disabled. I gave my review a +1. But when I go back to my repeater and post it again, okay, so forbidden, it's not allowed. Okay, maybe I can put there. So, gonna set my cables. No, cannot put there, it seems. There we go. I don't know what this identifier is. Seems familiar. Alright, so these items are all in transit. Nothing we can really do here for now. Let's see for the addresses. Maybe we can edit someone else's address. Let's see here. So what happened on our target? We created put to an address identifier of 8. Let's try number 6. By the way, guys, don't just try random data here. Make sure that you know that these accounts are yours. This is my shop. Oh, this is also not good again. We've been able to edit an address of a different user. Not good. Edit address of another user. Another indirect secure object reference. We're doing good, guys. Yep. For the review, it's also in secure direct object reference. Here we go. Maybe we can remove an address with the proxy. We got the delete call sent to the repeater as well. And we can delete number 4 or 5 here, bad request, malicious activity. Great. It's because it's another address, and that is correct. That is expected behavior. What we're going to do now is go to try again, go to payment options. I'm just going to get an example credit card number. Let's see, this should be a valid Visa number. There we go, 2082, and the card has been saved. So when we create a put request or a post request to the API cards, what you can usually do is send the request to the repeater and change your post to a get, and then just put an identifier here. See what happens. Not good, not going to happen for this one. So maybe I can delete my card. Here's my delete call. Send that to repeater. Try to delete someone else's card. That's also not possible. That's good. That's what we want to see. We don't want this to be possible. Just going to add the card again for future reference. And add an expiry. There we go. Card has been added. Alright, next privacy policy, request data export, data erasure, change password. Let's see if we can change someone else's password. I think I already checked that yesterday. I want to check it again. I have a few theories. Proxy, let's see. Did it post to cards? This is the same post, of course. This is just to create a new card. Trying to make sense of this all, guys, so sorry if I'm a little bit slow. Right, so this was, I see something interesting here. So they give an email here. Maybe if I try to change the email address, I don't really have, no, so this is not working properly. Maybe it's in the authorization header. So as you can see, there's a cookie with a token here. This token is a JWT token. So what I'm going to do is go to this website over here. And we're going to debug the token real quick. See what's inside. So JWT algorithm. Alright. Good properties and base 64 URL. There we go. So status success. Let's see if we edit something here. There was a way to do this, to edit some JWT tokens. We'll look into that soon because I noticed we're already nearing another 30 minutes of streaming. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty tired already. Let's see what we have so far. We've been able to pay with the wallet. It has 0 money in it by just enabling the button pay with wallet. We've also been able to request a recycle bin for an address that is not ours. We just had to go to Postman, to Burp. I keep saying Postman. We just had to go to Burp. Go to the recycles, make a post request, and just fill in an identifier that's not ours. So that was one of the things we found as well. We also were able to request a bin for a user that was not us. We were able to forge a review by just changing the email address, and we were able to send a message we wanted. We can also do it for any product we want. We just have to change the identifier here, and then also edit the address of another user. That's also not really supposed to happen. So again, really thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I'll be posting the YouTube VOD online soon. I'll try to go over the issues in a separate video again, so you guys know what exactly I'm talking about and it's a bit more coherent. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.